Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for joining tonight. We're going to give everybody another minute or two to join the meeting and then we'll begin our agenda. Thank you for joining. Welcome everyone.
Hello.
Welcome everyone in the room. Just grab an agenda and a budget sheet on your way in and then just grab a chair.
I'm gonna sign in.
And anyone at home, if you wanted to see the agenda and the budget sheet, they're both posted on our website, which we could drop into the chat right now. So we'll give you a second to go to our files tab and the budget and the agenda is there.
Megan, you have those to pull up. Yeah, I was like, I don't know how good it will look.
Or if you just want to drop
Yeah.
them individually into the chat. Welcome everyone.
These answers sound
Okay. All right. Well, it's 7 o'clock and I'm all about starting on time so we can get through our agenda and finish on time. So we usually. Oh, can you guys at home just raise your hand if you can hear me right now? Just want to make sure it's working. Okay, great. Thank you. So welcome everyone to the Somerville, New Jersey Pre-K to 8 PTO. For the past year or so, we've been running these meetings both in person and virtual. So we're still working out the kinks, but we'll do our best. I just want to welcome everyone and introduce the board members first. So I'm Amy Samosky, I'm the president, and I have kids who are in 3rd grade, 5th grade, and 7th grade currently. I'm going to pass it over to you, Danny. Sorry, I'm a over. That was weird.
Hi, I'm Danny. I've got 3 kids and a daughter in 6th grade at the middle school.
Amanda.
I'm Amanda Hoyle, treasurer. I have 2 daughters. One is 4th grade and the other one is 2nd grade. You can't miss her with the glasses. Everyone probably seen her.
Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda, I'm the secretary. I have a kindergartner who's probably the tallest kindergartner here, so don't miss him either. So,
Okay, and if you want to.
Am I gonna reverb?
Oh, I'll mute mine. Hold on.
I'm Megan. I'm communications. I have 1 in 2nd grade and 2 in 5th grade.
Hello, I'm Melinda. My oldest Gerard is in 4th and my youngest Ella is in pre-K. Oh, and I'm membership. Sorry. Important fun fact.
And we definitely want to know who all of you are as well. So if you, when, at any point when you're participating tonight, please just tell us who you are and, who your kids are. And, we're so happy to have you join us tonight and, become a member of the PTO. You could do that. You could rotate the camera if you like. So Danny's just going to swivel the camera so everyone at home could see everyone sitting in the room for a minute. And just so you know, at home we have a smart TV on with all of you on the screen in back of us, which makes it confusing because it's back of me. So welcome everyone. Okay.
No, turning. Oh, just turning. Just turning.
One back. Let's go. Okay. So just calling the meeting to order and now that we've had the welcome and introductions, I just kind of wanted to give everybody an idea of what the PTO is and what we do, just in case you're a new parent or a returning parent and always wondered what our function is. We have all of this on our website, but the Somerville NJ Pre-K to 8 PTO is an organization of parents and teachers and administrators from Vanderveer and the Somerville Middle School who work together to build a nurturing and engaged school community to contribute to a better educational environment for our children. Our website is somervillenjpto.com, and the email address, if you want to reach out, is info@somervillenjpto.com. I'm not going to read through the mission statement, but that was pretty much the summary of our mission. You can find that on the website as well. I will share that some of the goals for our year is to support the families and parents and teachers of both schools all year long. We really want to fundraise to add a new piece of playground equipment this year. We have a separate playground fund and we'll talk about that later. We really want to work hard on fundraising some more funds for that particular item. We want to support the Latino Family Advisory Board subcommittee initiatives. We want to form a new cultural diversity committee. And we want to continue our beloved events, trunk or treats, the first one that's coming up. And we want to add to any events with any of your new ideas. Just to give you a quick idea of some of the events that we run every year, we have trunk or treat, we have the book fair, we have the holiday shop, we do the holiday treat bar for the staff. We're going to add the day of service. We have the Valentine's Day pencil grants at Vanderveer. We have Teacher Appreciation Week. We help with the volunteer effort for Field Day, and we have the 5th and 8th grade graduation celebrations that we help out with. So you can find out a whole lot more if you go to the website. And some of our standing committees, so these are committees that form and have something going on all year round, would be Latino Family Advisory Board, Cultural Diversity Committee, and the Playground Fund Committee. Our meetings are generally every third Wednesday of the month, around 7 o'clock. We have them both in person and virtual, and we do have childcare here tonight, and hopefully for every meeting from right at school. So if you want to come and you have your kids along, they can go for childcare. And the agenda and the meeting minutes are online. We do record these meetings, so you can play them back. And if you miss a meeting and you wanted to hear what we talked about, and that kind of sums it up. So I'm going to turn it over to Melinda for the membership update.
Okay, so in regards to membership for both Vanderveer and the middle school.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in regards to membership for VDV and the middle school, I did just get a good 10 maybe extra from today. Our total right now is 142, and that includes staff and parents. So that's a good number for the beginning of the year, I feel like. So that's great. And you guys know people, let them know we're here.
Thank you, Melinda. Okay. All right. I probably shouldn't have even bothered on meeting because next is Amanda, and she's right next to me. Oh, no, you're using this one, aren't you?
I'm using that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And Megan's going to present.
yes,
So I get to talk a lot. I'm going to talk about money.
treasurer.
So the first meeting of the year, for those who are new, we show you the budget. It is printed out in person. I think Megan put it up online. We'll do the budget first. It's online if you wanted to review it ahead of time. This document lives on the site, so at any point anyone has questions, you can go in and look at it. So I'm just waiting to go up. But basically, I will very quickly run through the items, what we expect to spend money on, and then what we expect to make, and then we need to vote on it for approval. Okay, I'm going to run through. So everything at the top here of the expenses are items that we have done previously for the last who knows how many years. So I will run through teacher back to school gifts, which is like a chocolate candy bar. Open house we actually didn't hold because it was not in person. Vanderveer grade buses, $350 a grade from pre-K through 5th. It covers $350 towards their bus. Trunk or treat, holiday shop supplies and extra sale items, Valentine pencilgrams, book fair supplies, and any shortage because we are running it and sometimes have to make up a little bit. Teacher Appreciation Week, Field Day for Vanderveer Ice Pops, SMS Field Day Ice Pops and or tents. And then we have, this is the graduation stuff, so 5th grade and 8th grade t-shirts, 5th grade and 8th grade ice cream chalk, 8th grade awards, and then some sort of business items. So constant contact email, website fees, miscellaneous, we put 200 in, and then charity registration and IRS. Those are things that have been in there every year for as long as I am aware of. And then new to budget this year, some of these, actually a lot of these items we did last year, but we felt that they were good initiatives, so we've kept them in hopes that we fundraise enough as well. So we have Vanderbucks Cart, which is, for anyone new, it is the program that the, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive behavior that the guidance counselors run. Yes.
Social workers.
Social workers, thank you.
I was sorry.
I was like, I don't remember the titles. Yes. We also supported the middle school with their homework club by providing snacks. We've put 500 in here just as a placeholder for the Cultural Diversity Committee funding. We're adding the middle school book fair this year. We do some raffles for staff. So this is a holiday staff for Vanderveer and middle school. And then we have the holiday treat bar for both schools. We are adding a new thing here for registration day for pre-K and kindergarten, which is in March. So the PTO can be there supporting the new parents and kids, some interactive stuff, and getting people to sign up for PTO. Preschool Week of the Young Child Supplies, which is for preschool pre-K, which is in April. Last year we did butterflies in every class and offices. So this is adding that back in again. 6th grade Chromebook bags for when they come into the middle school. Health fair, which was held in May. Latino night, I think was held in May. CPAC Friendship Day, sometime in the spring. Preschool end of year concert balloons and the end of year Strawberry Fest spiritware for the raffle. So those are all the things we want to spend money on. I didn't read the amounts because they're up there. You guys are cheap. And then I'll go through the income, which is not as much. I mean, the money's there, but not as many items. We have membership, donations that come in, Amazon Smile, which if anyone has not set it up, it is on the website and you can do it that way. Trunk or treat donations, Dine to Donate for the fall. We have another one for the spring. Gertrude Hawk fundraiser, which is one of our biggest things, which I'll talk about in a minute. Holiday shop, Valentine pencilgrams, Hershey Park fundraisers, maybe an ice cream social. We did not put an amount against it, but I know certain staff members were very excited to scoop ice cream.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned it, not me.
I did.
Teacher Appreciation Week donations for parents and guardians who would like to donate funds to help that, and then spiritware. So total we expect to spend is $15,437.20, and then the total income we hope is $16,050. So we actually will projected to have an overage of $612. The good news for all of this is we also already have an overage of like $22,000. So we can always add more things. This is what our budget is. I would say if we didn't have an overage, then we would have to kind of see how things fall with fundraising, but we're not going to really have that issue this year. So does anyone have any questions? I feel like I've just talked a lot. So much talking.
Yeah, I think we kept it in 5 minutes though.
That was just my one thing. No,
I know.
So because it is the first meeting of the year, we need to vote on this budget. Amy, do you want to talk about the voting part of things?
Okay, so the way we're gonna run the voting, it was a little wonky with hybrid to figure out how to do the voting. We're gonna put a poll into the chat for everyone at home. In the room, we're gonna ask, all in favor, and anyone opposed to vote. As long as you're a dues paying member, as of right now or by the end of the night, you can vote. Any subsequent meetings, you need to be a dues paying member and have been to 2 meetings. So yeah, that's pretty much how we're gonna do it.
We're gonna call for a motion.
So we should call for a motion now.
Call for a motion to vote on the yearly budget.
Seconded.
Okay, so all in favor of passing the budget as stated, please raise your hand.
And online.
And online, there should be a poll. Okay,
Good.
thank you. Anyone opposed? All right. Okay, I'll let you,
2 online.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're good.
did you get the poll in? We're good?
Yes.
Okay, the budget has been passed. Thank you.
Okay. I got more budget
You got
stuff.
more stuff.
So we also like to be completely transparent and show our balance sheet for every meeting, which so while she's pulling that up, I will talk about there are a few items. We had some fund requests come in, which normally we would present at the meeting and vote on. However, the fund requests, all 3 fund requests were for things that were in the budget, so we don't actually need to vote since you guys have all just approved them. So awesome. We also, before this meeting, the board can vote on anything up to $500 that is not in the budget. So the board voted and approved on $75 to spend for playground stencils over the summer, which are sitting in my basement, and that will come up in the playground portion of the meeting. And then $75 for playground/recess balls, which I need to go to. I need to go to Five Below and get. Didn't have time this weekend. So those are the things that, and then we had $100 for the homework club, which was in the budget. I just needed to get that approved ahead of time so I could spend on it for the homework club snacks. So those are the 3 items. And then that's not the balance sheet.
That's not the balance sheet.
No, that's the agenda.
Sorry.
That's okay. I can be fast. I know. I have to do the poll too. I want to start talking about it. People are like, what are you talking about? So the balance sheet will show everything we spent from the start of the financial year, which is July 1st. Our opening balance was just over 23,000 and our closing balance is just over 23,000. So we have spent a few things, as you'll see. There are the maintenance things like the emails, and Wix is our website fees. There are a few things from last year in here that didn't cash until July. We had the playground stencils. You can scroll down, Megan. You can scroll down. That's okay. We talked about all that. Okay, you can scroll down to the deposits. And then the deposits we had, Amazon Smile goes in quarterly. Spiritware profit from last year, which will count for this year since it doesn't come in at the end of the year, is $250. And then membership dues, and then we transfer money from the playground fund to cover the stencils, which is a different thing. And there's one outstanding item, and then if you scroll down, you can see what the playground fund is, which we'll talk about later. Nothing of being $75. Okay. Questions on budget? I feel like I talk so much. I have to talk about this. No. Questions online? No. Okay, great. Let's talk about fundraisers. Let's make money. So we obviously hold fundraisers to make money to be able to do all these programs. The biggest one we do in the fall is Gertrude Hawk. That will be going out to students at Vanderveer and the middle school by October 19th. The due date will be November 2nd. The delivery week will be December 5th, and we'll have a pickup at the holiday shop, which is
December 10th.
the 10th, Saturday.
Saturday.
We are always looking for volunteers to help sort when they come in, but that is December, so we can talk about it then. Nothing else to really talk about for Gertrude Hawk, but that is happening. We will do a fall dine to donate, which I plan on setting up in the next few weeks. If anyone knows local restaurants they have a connection with, they have a suggestion, feel free to let me know. And then Spiritware is our fundraiser that is always open and online, and the link is on the website. Although I saw a lot of kids in kindergarten coming out in Spiritware today, and I was like, yes. I was like, I wonder what our sales were.
A lot of them have them for pre-K.
I know. Well, because I'm not there for pre-K, but I was like, oh, they have a lot of kids have it. Okay, that is everything I have. Did I miss anything?
I think you covered all of it.
Okay, and I'll talk about playground.
So we did pretty good. We spent everything we brought in, but we didn't go over. So I'm really proud of us.
Yes.
We should be good at both things, spending money and raising it.
Oh, and I will say, sorry, for anything that is additional to the budget, please feel free to come to us with ideas. We are open to them. Obviously, staff knows that they can, or if they don't know, they can submit a fund request or email us to ask for anything as well.
And I don't know if there's a time frame that you want to mention about.
Yes, so the fund requests, we would like to have them in 3 weeks prior to general meetings, so the board has time to ask questions and meet on it and vote on it, especially if it is over 500.
All right, thank you. And you can find fund request forms on our website. I think we just said that though.
And there should be some in each of the teachers' lounges.
Yes, and there
Yeah.
should be paper copies in the lounges. So you can put more there if you need them. Okay, thank you, Amanda. If there are any questions, just, go ahead and let us know, just shout. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the committees that have something coming up in the next few weeks. So we're gonna start with trunk or treat. That's Danny and Rhonda. I'm gonna let you be right next to Rhonda.
Oh, okay.
You guys do that together.
Hello. So trunk or treat, we're very excited to be bringing this back again this year. It's going to be on October 29th for Vanderveer and SMS families. It's going to be at Vanderveer from
4:30.
4:30. No.
No.
Hold on. Oh my gosh.
4 to 6 in the first half hour.
Yes, 4 to thank you. 4 to 6 and 4:30 to 5.
No,
4 to 4:30.
The first half hour. 4 to 4:30.
4 to 4:30.
4 to 4:30 is sensory friendly for special needs families, and then 4:30 to 6 is open to everyone. We do have a Cheddar Up link for donations if you would like to make some monetary donations. We do provide the candy for the trunks that are decorated. We need people to sign up to decorate trunks, people to sign up to help run the event. What? Oh, thank you. And last year, what we did that seemed to be a big hit was some parents decorated candied monster boxes Mrs. Marks.
I was like,
You're on it. So that there was a place for the kids to drop off the candy when they brought it in, because we do ask that the families that come either drop off ahead of time or bring with them a bag of candy to help offset some of our costs for that event. And it is a free event, and it's open to, like I said, families at Vanderveer and the middle school.
If they want to join the committee to plan.
Yes. We, Rhonda and I are co-chairing the committee for planning. So if anyone is interested in helping plan that event, we will be having, we're hoping to have a planning meeting next week. And we have a couple people already interested. So you can check on the website for the committees, and then I will get your information and reach out, and we will set up a planning meeting. And it will be virtual. The planning meeting will be virtual.
and trunks. The trunks sign up.
When the flyers go home, so the flyer will go home in October, the beginning of October, and you can sign up to decorate your trunk.
Yeah. Bring candy in.
Bring candy, decorate your trunk, come have fun,
Yes.
dress up,
Or a costume.
wear a costume.
There's prizes for costumes.
Oh yes, there's prizes for costumes. Last
Oh,
year we
trunks.
did that. We did prizes for trunks and prizes for costumes.
Also, look on the website in the gallery, you can see what other people have done for trunks and costumes.
Thank you, Megan. Yes, we had some great community donations last year for prizes, pizza, ice cream, cookies. So if you enter, if you wear your costume, you can enter to win a prize for best costume.
Perfect. Thank you both for doing the planning. Very much appreciated. Okay. All right,
Now
I'll
it's you.
trade back with you. It's actually us, so actually, we stayed here. So wait, we're gonna let music upstairs. There you go, figure this out by the end of the school year. Okay, so any of these committees that we talked about tonight, you can go to our website and click on the committee button and sign up if you're interested, and then we'll get in touch with you. So trunk or treat's in 4 weeks, and in 6 weeks, we're having our very first, well, it's not the first book fair that's ever happened at the middle school, but it's the first book fair that we're planning at the middle school. We were told by Scholastic that it's been about 4 years since there's been a book fair there. So we pitched the idea to Mr. Hayden, Mr. Torriello, and they gave us a thumbs up. So we've gotten our permissions and we booked it, and it's happening. It's going to be that short week of school when the teacher convention happens. It's going to be the Monday through the Wednesday, November 7th to the 9th. We would love to have anyone who's interested join in our committee to help us start planning it. It's going to be a little more no frills. It's not going to be as much of a theme as we do here at Vanderveer. We just want to bring the book fair and have a book fair and have it go well. So the biggest ask we're going to have is for volunteers, especially if they're middle school parents or elementary school parents who want to come and see what the middle school looks like from the inside. We're going to need enough staff for this fair to run the fair for those 3 days. We're going to break it up into 1 hour shifts, so you don't have to dedicate a whole day. You can dedicate 1 hour. But I can tell you, it's the reason I joined PTO. It was all about the book fair, and I love to see the joy that it brings to kids. So that's what's happening, and we're going to have the books delivered to the middle school on November 3rd and set up on at the end of the school day on November 4th. So we'll also need a crew to help set it up and then break it down at the end of the fair. And just wanted to let you all know that this fair, it's a tabletop fair. It's not the big rolling carts that you may have seen at the Vanderveer fair. So it's a little more low key. There's also no registers or scanners. So we're all going to have calculators and cash boxes, and we're going to have to do our math. We're actually thinking of having the students do their own math as they're shopping with sheets where they're gonna we'll have calculators available, and then we'll just be checking the math. But
It's up that overage.
but
on the
not
budget.
Plus the
I mean,
tax.
the one good side, we talked about this with Scholastic, is they don't it doesn't go into a computer, so they don't know how much we're making in sales. So if we make mistakes, it's okay. So it's gonna be a
That's the
little
best
extra
part.
on us to reconcile it at the end of the fair. But
Just gonna cover my ears to all of that.
it's all hands on deck. Yeah, I know. You didn't hear it.
I hear I am.
You're gonna be in Florida.
I'm in Florida.
So really though, this is the first time we're having it at the middle school, so we'll need a lot of help.
You have to charge taxes.
And we're charging taxes because now Scholastic has reminded us that we are supposed to be charging taxes of the books. So we'll have We'll have a chart for the students as well on how to calculate the tax. We'll have it all laid out. All right, so we're very excited though. So I'm really hoping, I think we'll do well with the sixth graders. We'll see if the seventh and eighth graders are as excited to come in and buy books. We're gonna keep it open an hour late every day so they can come shop after school. There's gonna be a way to use a credit card if they come with credit cards to pay through a portal on the laptop. But we're gonna go back to the basics of just a cash fare with just the kids coming in and buying the books. And yeah, we're hoping it goes well. So
We take checks.
I believe we'll be taking checks as well. We'll make sure all this information gets out to all the parents so that they know when to send their kids with some money.
You're staying open only the first 2 days, right?
We're gonna stay open late the first 2 days, right? On the third day, that's when we're all, that's when we're gonna be reconciling all the funds, and all the proceeds for this fair that we raise are gonna be used by Mr. Amnott at the middle school, the librarian, to buy books for the library at the middle school. So we're also gonna have a fundraiser just ahead of this effort at the middle school. It's called All for Books. At Vanderveer, you'll see them buying pencils and lollipops. We're kind of shifting over to stickers, the ones that go on the water bottles. So we were hoping to see if we could have perhaps the student council help us sell those stickers at lunch the week before the fair. And that way we can raise some cash toward the All for Books fundraiser. And they can buy those stickers during the fair as well. And then we'll have some startup money. And then when the fair is over and there's a profit, we'll let Mr. Amnott use those funds to order books from Scholastic that will be at the library. So I think that kind of sums it up. Please feel free to join our committee. We'd love to have you. Any questions?
For parents who may be new to Vanderveer, when is the Vanderveer book
Oh, the
fair?
Van,
Just
yes,
in case
the
anyone's
Vanderveer
wondering.
Book Fair is during Read Across America Week. It's the first week of March. So we usually get started on planning that in January, like right when we get back from winter break. So that is, I want to say, maybe the last day of February.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Day of March.
Yeah.
It's
The third, yes.
27th to the 3rd sounds right. Yeah. So, and that's a 5-day fair, and it's a little more glamorous, and there's usually a theme. And okay.
We need crafty people for
We need
that.
crafty people. Kate. All right. So, any questions?
February 27th, March 3rd on the website.
Oh, yes, it's on the website. February.
Thank you.
Any questions from at home? I can't really tell.
I don't see anyone.
Okay.
organizing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh,
all
there's
right.
a baby.
I'm gonna
Cute
there's a
little
baby.
baby.
I'm gonna
not
mute
mine.
and let Megan take it from here. She's gonna bring us up to speed on the newly proposed Cultural Diversity Committee.
I don't know about speed because
Okay.
we're just starting,
Just starting.
but we would like to approve the proposal to start PTO Cultural Diversity Committee. We're still working on it. We're still discussing with the school, but it would be Taquina Diaz, and I will be heading the committee or the progress towards the committee to see how we, no, I didn't see her on there. To see how PTO can maybe supplement, not with the curriculum, because that's for the teachers and school and all that, but any additional activities we could do to bring awareness, to bring the community together, things like that.
And we would like to try to work with any staff who are already working on that at the school to find out what's
Yes.
already happening. And we could just supplement and bring enrichment and
And
for
I've
the extra.
already gotten in touch with Ms. Jenkins here
Mhm.
and the principals at the middle school.
Anyone has any?
Do we need to call for a motion?
Okay,
yes.
to form it.
All right, so we'd like to call for a motion to form this committee. This would be one of our standing committees, so it's a year-round committee. So I'm calling for a motion to form the committee.
I second
You
for
can second
sure.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I second it.
So there's going to be a poll in the chat,
Yes, and it's going. I
and
see
you're
the
still
results.
unmuted, right?
I am
Yes.
not muted.
Yes, she's unmuted. Good. All right. All in favor of forming the committee? Okay.
Okay, so, and then all who are not in favor. Okay, thank you.
And online, I have 5 votes.
Okay. Good. All right, great. We have a new committee. You'll see it listed already on our website if you'd like to join. Just, you know. Okay. All right. The fourth longstanding committee that we have is the Playground Funds Committee, which, I think it's before the time of any of the members that are here right now, but there was a huge.
Yeah,
Maybe you want to tell us, 'cause
It was so long
I
ago.
would like to know the history of
Oh, I'll
it,
tell.
if you wouldn't
Right,
mind.
There was a.
So I just threw out the stuff from the tricky tray.
Which is funny because then like 2 weeks later I had a meeting and
The tricky tray
somebody's
was
like, let's do tricky tray again.
2012.
It's our 10th anniversary of raising the money to buy the playground equipment that's sitting outside of these doors at Vanderveer right now. And-
Yeah, the big playground.
Yeah, and then there's been a balance ever since of about $17,000, and it's a lot of money, but it's not quite enough to buy a piece of equipment. So we need to raise some more money.
We raise a lot of money.
Yeah. You take it from
Okay, so playground committee. So I will tell you guys, when I first joined the PTO 5 years ago, I raised my hand, was like, what is this $17,000 doing here and why is no one talking about it? So yeah, it's been sitting here the whole time. We started, COVID kind of derailed everything, so I will throw that out. So
tried.
restarted the playground committee. I am the co-chair with Rachel Barrett, who is on the phone despite having 2 birthdays in house, and Johnny Moody, who is at soccer or something. I can't remember what sport. So the 3 of us are co-chairs. We are welcoming anyone who would like to join and help because we really need all the help because we need to fundraise a ton of money. A piece of equipment to put in is something like $50,000 to $60,000. We would love to also rubberize the surface out there. We'd love to keep fundraising and get new playground equipment for the preschool and pre-K side too. There's a lot we could do. So there are some fundraising ideas. There are small things. We have decided to do a 50-50 raffle at in-person events like Trunk or Treat and Holiday Shop. And I don't even know what else we do, but yes. So we'll run those. The committee needs to get back together and get back on it to figure out what other fundraisers we want to do. There's things been thrown around like a golf outing, turkey tray for next year. Next year. And I'm trying to remember what else it was. Bingo and
Bingo.
the readathon or a walkathon or a color run. I don't know the name for it. Lots of ideas thrown out, but we need to start planning and we need help, like a lot of help. So anyone wants to join, come talk to me today. Sign up on the website under committees. Yes. The other thing we also need help on is the stencils. So we have these stencils sitting in my basement that I need to figure out paint. I need, like, someone wants to help me research where we're getting this paint, how much it's going to cost, getting a good price for it, putting it on the pre-K, preschool playgrounds, and potentially looking at the basketball courts, which I still haven't gone up to. It's too dark now, and adding other things there as well. And then we're also need to work on grants besides the fundraising. And we have pricing from one vendor for the playgrounds, but we will look at a few others. It's just, this is a long-term project. So, any questions on playground stuff?
Actually, do you have a question?
Oh,
Yeah, you go first.
What are the stencils of?
great question. There is a maze. There is like a mirror me step thing. And then I can't remember the third one. I have to take, they're very large and they barely fit in my minivan. I had to put all of the seats down. I had no idea how large those things were. They actually came from the high school PTO president's son did a cub project at, what's the Branchburg school called? Whiten, and they're from there. So she gave them to us for very cheap because those stencils are very expensive.
So I have a question, but I guess it would be for Ms. Crawford. So when this money was first raised, was it going to be just for playground equipment at this school, or could it a little bit be used at the middle school? If there was a purpose at the middle school that they could come up with, like, say, a Gaga pit or something like that? Like, was it?
Originally it was for
It was
Vanderveer,
for Vanderveer. Okay.
but that doesn't mean, I mean, we
Couldn't vote
also
on it.
love the middle school.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, if it was something that you wanted to look into, I don't think anyone's gonna say like,
Right.
hey, 10 years ago, we gave money and it was supposed to go to
No
the
legal
Vanderveer playground
document
and
thing,
you're
okay.
sending it to the middle school.
Yeah.
Those people's kids might be in middle school.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
2012, that's when our kids were born.
The last time-
No one second.
Right. And just so everyone knows, the last time we spent money from that fund was, well, before the stencil, was for the Gaga pit that's outside here.
Yeah.
The fifth grade senators, who are, I think, now freshmen, came in and requested that money, and it was I'm not gonna say nominal, but it wasn't a lot. Like,
Someone told me it was like $5,000.
okay, so yeah, I don't remember exactly what I thought it was 500.
No,
It was in the thousands.
I wasn't
in the
here for it.
thousands.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we could look at that, but anyway, so
But those were pre-COVID prices?
yeah,
So 10,000.
so it's just a thought. I think it was a kit that was assembled.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, even if it was one of the inflatable ones, I don't know.
Yeah,
But like,
Something.
okay, so
I'm sure Miss Whittemore would love something.
anyone?
Does anyone,
Other questions?
any questions on the phone? Happy to answer anything. Would love people to join the playground committee.
You can join more than one committee.
Yes, you can.
Many committees.
I don't think so. Do we need to vote to do the 50/50? Mr. Reevy approved it. I need to put it in writing. Mr. Reevy approved the 50 this year.
Supporting the playground
I just need to,
with accessibility.
Go for it.
what'd you say? Part is that we also want to make sure that the piece is accessible for everyone. Because the playground is not very accessible right now. At all. I'm thinking about it, like, not at all. So we want to make sure that this new piece we put in is accessible, which is also why we want to rubberize the ground as well, which could come from fundraising, could come from Board of Ed budget, but that would be a further down the road thing.
And it's also an initiative that CPAG has been willing to work with us on, and remind me, Marianne, when it gets to open for discussion, that you may want to give an update on
Yes.
what CPAG is up to. Okay. I think that we've covered playground committee. Okay, so next, we've been looking on our website at the PTO logo for the past year and thinking it needs to be refreshed. So, Kate, I don't know if you've been involved in it at all?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Can you come sit here?
I've been like, a few.
Yeah, no, but it was very helpful.
Showing it. We're gonna show you what we've been working on, what Danny's been working on, and maybe a little bit of Kate.
Yeah. Kate was very instrumental in.
Kate's like, if you hate it, it's not me.
No, she was, no, I appreciate Kate. Kate's a middle school art teacher, so I definitely needed what do you think about this? Is this terrible? So we came up with a bunch of ideas and we've narrowed it down to 2.
Do you have a way to share them online or no? No.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I
Okay,
Just go really
Okay,
close.
so you're just gonna,
Yeah,
So,
here.
yeah. So the first one, so I was envisioning something with both of the mascots on it. Because right now our logo is like this weird triangle thing. And I was picturing something, because we are pre-K to 8, something that shows both of the schools. So I was thinking the bear and the bulldog. So the 2 options that we're playing around with are from our spirit wear. We took it from the spirit wear guide, with the names of the schools around it, and then also without the names of the schools, in color and black and white to make them easier for printing. Because the school tries to print as much in black and white because color is very expensive. But then also on other things, on the website or other places where it would be more appropriate to have something colored, we have the colored option. I also have just this one on letterhead,
and
so you can see
I'll share these on the website.
and we'll share them on the website as well.
I don't know how well this is seen, but.
Yeah, just because it's going to be small, so we wanted it to be simple. Because it's going to be copied a bunch of times, and so we had come up with a bunch of ideas, and Kate very appropriately pointed out that copying it a million times, it's not going to look so great. Some of the ones I had some detailed ones, and she was like, which is something I didn't think about.
Should we pass these around?
Are we?
I think what we want to know tonight is like what everyone's opinion on this is, and what do you think? I mean, it's hard for you to see it from home.
We also have the old logo is on the site, which I don't know if Megan wants to pull it up. I honestly was like, what is our
We don't know.
PTO
what it is.
logo?
It's like a weird triangle thing.
Yeah. So we'll share it, and we just kind of want to get feedback, and then maybe by the next meeting, we'll take a next step and vote on it.
I guess the question is, does anyone have any serious reactions that this is a terrible idea?
Right. Does anybody have any strong? They hate it. It's the worst idea. It won't hurt my feelings. It really won't.
I was like, but I think the one with the names is just a little busy, which is strange.
Yeah, yep. That's exactly, yep.
Yeah, I like.
Oh.
I think like
Okay, that's the old
this
logo
one's
that we're presenting.
clearer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to have both options so everybody could see both, see what it looks like.
Yes, parent teacher organization. It's up there.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah, like it's weird
It
triangle
was like
thing.
they all were.
Yeah, I know.
And it's very pixelated, so very odd. So, all right. So we'll let everybody absorb that. If anyone was really connected to this old logo, then let us know. And yeah, I'm conflicted personally because I think it looks really sharp with the ring around it because like it identifies like someone who didn't know any better would wonder what's up with the bear and the bulldog. But then when you have the ring around it, it identifies the schools. However, it is more busy if it's tiny.
So, right, so I was thinking maybe the ones with the names could be on like magnets if we wanted to sell magnets as a fundraiser or give them out to new members or whatever. As a magnet, I think it would look better with the names.
And then we drop them into certain.
But things that are on paperwork that goes out from the school or letterhead or anything like that would be the more simple version.
What is like the poster?
Yeah.
Like a banner.
Exactly, like a banner, something for our boards that we bring to events to show what we do.
Yeah.
Can be bigger and can have the names.
Yeah.
But for other things, be the more simple version.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
If that's too busy, what about like VDV and SMS?
just the letters.
Just
I didn't think of just VDV. I tried SMS because I'm like Somerville Middle School is gonna
Right.
it's gonna be. I
We
tried
can
to
take
look at.
that, and that's
But
why we're not
meeting-
voting
okay.
tonight, because we could come up with some more ideas. Yeah, send us your comments to the PTO email too. Ms. Hackett just suggested maybe above the bear and the bulldog, we put VDV and SMS. Maybe in the, maybe they should
I
have a
suggest
shirt.
that because it's not, I know some people, like, I definitely don't want to drive around with like the name of my kid's
Exactly.
school, but like VDV or SMS is a little less,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, a little less identifying, but
Right.
people in Somerville know it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
that might be the good
That's a good idea. Okay.
compromise.
Thank you, Brenda.
We'll work on that a little more, send in any comments that you may have, and then we'll present what it comes out to look like at the next meeting.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thanks, Kate. So now, yes, we are on target. So we have, next up for the agenda is updates from the schools, and I see we have some representatives with us tonight from Vanderveer in the room. Would you like to come up here?
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, Megan, do you want to talk first? Let's see if I know what it is.
We'll do that at the
At the
open
end?
for discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. You're more.
Just don't want you just don't want us to forget about that because it's important.
I might have more Vanderveer here.
Hi, everyone. So we just have a couple of things that we want to share. First of all, it's been a great start to the year. I really hope that your children are coming home excited. We are just like loving school right now, and the kids are loving it, and we're really working hard. Your children might come home and say, you know, I was safe, I was respectful, I was responsible. Those are words that we are constantly saying, you know, whenever we see them, we're saying, oh, I really like how you're walking so nicely in the hallway. That's being very safe. So even if you're utilizing those words at home, to just kind of instill the importance of being our motto, safe, respectful, responsible. So the first thing that I wrote down, because it's like really important to me, is our walking school bus is back up and running. So on Wednesdays, we start at, I call it the skate park. It's not the skate park anymore. It's pickleball, I guess, off of Veterans Memorial. We begin at 8:00 and students start there and they walk to school. We've had a lot of teachers, we've had family members, and we've had a lot of students come. The really exciting thing this year is the community police officers, at least one of them walks each week with us, and it's been really awesome. I didn't realize how great it is to have a police officer when crossing. People stop a lot faster, so it's been great. Picture day here is October 21st. Next week, you will be getting a flyer home for our week of respect. And it's the importance of, again, our motto being safe, respectful, responsible, being kind to one another. So the students will be encouraged to dress up. One of them is potentially like put bullying to bed, and then maybe wearing pajamas. So there's different themes for each day and various activities that will take place. October 26th, which is really nice. It's the same week as Trunk or Treat. We have Fun with Pumpkins here. So it's a pre-K to 2 event here at Vanderveer. And the students have different activities with pumpkins and with fall themes throughout the evening. So if you are around, we would love for you to come. We are looking to have a Halloween parade beginning at 9 o'clock, kind of similar to how we do our vocab parade. So this year families will be included. The grade levels that will be a part of the parade are to be determined. Definitely pre-K to 2. We are just figuring out if we're going to be including 3 to 5 as well at that 9 o'clock parade. Coffee with the principal will be October 13th at 9:15. Please come. This is your opportunity to chat with myself and Mr. Reevy. And this is a really great segue to really to introduce a new supervisor of student affairs, which is Kelly Strecko, and she's here this evening. Kelly will be supporting the PBIS program. She will be helping with our senators and all different other events that occur at our school. So Kelly, if you want to just say a couple sentences real quick.
Here, you can come up. I can move.
They're gonna just jump on them.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, everybody. Like they said before, I'm Mrs. Kelly Strecko. I am so excited to be starting here in about 2 weeks. I'll be joining the staff on October 10th. I look forward to exactly like Ms. Beverett said, all the different activities, restarting student government, as well as doing the PBIS initiatives, and also helping to lead with student activities and social emotional learning. So that'll be my new role. I come from 11 years experience in the elementary setting, working with various students at all different levels, and I can't wait to be a part of your community. So thank you for having me tonight.
She knows the importance of like trying to do black and bold already, so you see her.
Yes.
One of the things that we've started this year is we are going to have monthly read alouds, and they are going to be theme based. So our first school-wide read aloud for September was welcoming everyone into the school. And then in October, it's going to be a story, it's called Milo's Museum. And the students, in a nutshell, it's a story about a child that wants to have a museum of things that are important to her. So she goes all around her town and finds things that are important. So our goal is we will read it as a whole school, and then you're going to get a flyer home, and your students are going to be encouraged, your children are going to be encouraged to bring in an item that would be in their museum. And it's a way for students to learn more about one another. So that would be the October theme. And then there will be monthly themes, and they go along with what our social workers are doing within their class. We also, our school nurses are doing a Wellness Wednesday, which is also school-wide based. So last month it was playground safety and how to be appropriate on the playground or on the blacktop, just the appropriate ways of playing. And then next month they're looking at like bus safety as we begin to have field trips again. So we're really looking to have more school-wide events. We kick off our mornings once a month with the read aloud, and then another Wednesday with our Wellness Wednesdays. So please ask your children about them. It's something that's new, and we're just very excited to see how it supports our community. And then the last thing is Red Ribbon Week is the week of October 24th. So there will be more themes for that week as well. So make sure you look for that flyer. So those are our updates. Does anyone have questions or things that I might have missed?
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Are you guys using the same vendor for pictures as last year?
I'm gonna have to get back to you. Because I know yearbook is changing. So I don't know if that, so I can text our secretary when I get back over there to my phone, and hopefully I'll have that answer.
Thinking about 3rd through 5th graders and their parade, they've missed the last 2. So it might be nice for them to be included.
Yes, it was teacher email, so we're just waiting for responses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I appreciate that opinion. Yeah.
I think all parents would be very happy.
Okay, perfect.
Agreed.
So
I'm having 3 through 5 just do the parade too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
She's just waiting for his teacher.
I just love it how the kids are in their classroom, they're not like coming from a special or something.
Yeah, so for the school-wide read-alouds now, and for any school-wide events, we've created this schedule where nobody's at special. So they are actually in their homeroom. Nobody is running to a place, or in the past, we had to, let's say, do the read-aloud at 10:15, and then the next month we had to do it at 2:15 because we didn't want us, the same grade, to miss the same special all the time. So what we did, and we figured out a schedule where first thing in the morning, the students are doing morning meeting within their class, and the special areas have their prep. So from 8:40 to 9:20, we are able to do school-wide activities where everyone is in their homeroom and no one's rushing anywhere else.
Thank you very much, Ms.
All right.
Roberts, for all of your updates. Okay, so that brings us to the middle school updates. I see we have Mr. Torriello and Mr. Hayden on tonight. If you would like to give us an update, we would appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having us tonight. I appreciate you.
Oh, we have to turn up the volume. Hang on 1 second. Oh, I think it's this. I have to unmute this. Okay, go ahead.
You're muted on this.
Can you hear me now?
No, what am I doing
Hold
wrong?
on. No, you keep muting it. You just hit the volume up. No. There we go. Is it
I'm
working?
hitting it to you.
I don't think it's working.
Ah. All right, we'll just turn it up on here.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear? Okay, try talking now, Mr. Hayden.
How are we doing now? A little better?
We're better.
A little better? So thanks so much for having us tonight. I greatly appreciate it. So I will say that Miss Forever is clearly the veteran coming to these meetings because she came with a prepared list of things. I didn't realize that there was a schools report where I would be speaking openly about our school year. So I'm caught off guard right now. So I'm going to kind of go off the cuff. But that's fine. So a lot of the things that Ms. Forever said kind of hold true with the middle school as well. I look at it as our school year kind of kicked off with Camp SMS, and your support for the incoming sixth graders was greatly appreciated as they had a couple of days to come in and acclimate to the building and get to see the lay of the land and meet a lot of their teachers that they would be interacting with. It was a great couple of days. The kids got a chance to kind of tackle their lockers, and each and every day they're getting better and better with that. I think that has become one of the biggest and bigger stressors for them as they navigate the building each and every day. It's the anxiety that builds in their ability or inability to efficiently open that locker in between classes as they're kind of transitioning from one point to the next. So we're getting there each and every day. Again, to follow suit with what Mrs. Forever said, we too will be starting our Week of Respect celebration next week. We'll kick off the week next week with a building-wide assembly where all grade levels will report for our Steered Straight presentation. So that'll be on Monday the 3rd. Yep, Monday the 3rd. That's the way we'll start our week. And then there'll be other things that I'll kind of toss it over to Dr. Schro since I see that she's here as well. So if I'm on the spot, I'll put her on the spot a little bit alongside me here and we can kind of tackle this together. So that's that. Along the same lines as Vanderveer, we too will be hosting our Coffee with the Principals. We'll be doing ours on October 12th. So again, to reiterate what was previously said, we encourage everybody to come on in, sit down and have a nice conversation with us. And let's talk about some of the great things that we can do for the kids and some of the great things that we're seeing the kids do each and every day within the schools. We held our back to school night last week. That was a virtual event, which seemed to be pretty well attended. So I was pretty happy with the attendance that I saw as Mr. Torriello and I kind of popped into some classrooms to check and see how the evening was going. Honestly, the teachers looked like they put together a nice little presentation and representation of what the school day would look like for your children when they come into their classroom. So I was happy to see that. School Picture Day, big day, is tomorrow, actually. So have everybody dress their best, come in for School Picture Day. that will be a big event for many of them, I'm sure. And then, Dr. Shaw, I don't know if you have anything to add. I know I threw you on the spot. I don't know if you want to kind of run with some of our other Week of Respect activities. I know you and Ms. Badaway have collaborated on a lot of the initiatives that we've put together that will kind of be rolling out. So do you mind sharing a few things?
You know, I was so glad you were on so that I didn't do the on the spot school update. I was like, I'm just going to watch.
Well, at least you knew your on the spot school update was coming. I didn't know that until I saw Miss Forever sitting at the table. I'm just happy I wasn't there.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Schro. I'm the non-traditional school psychologist at the middle school. So I do a lot of the SEL programming, as Mr. Haid was just mentioning. I also always offer myself to the PTO as a way, if anyone ever would like resources or wants me to bring anything in, information about any specific topic or anything in general, I can do that as well. So that's why I always like being present, and I like hearing about everything that's going on. So as Mr. Haid mentioned, we are also entering into the Week of Respect. We actually just came out of Start with Hello Week, which gave the students and the staff a little bit more time to just connect with each other. It's actually a nonviolence program that came out of Sandy Hook. It's something called Sandy Hook Promise. So then that leads us into Week of Respect next week. So in addition to the assembly that we're having on Monday, there's also classroom and school-wide activities. And really, we're stressing the idea of personal responsibility, not just respect for others and respect for self, but the idea that respect lives in each of us, no matter what someone else is doing or no matter what someone else's approach is. So that's what we're kind of trying to do with the activities. We have some videos, we have some activities that students will be contributing to displays around the school. We do have respect tokens that'll be going out to both staff and students for different, acts that are observed. And then Friday we'll have Blackout Bullying Day. So we're asking everybody to wear black. And that does kick off also the whole month of October, which, as Ms. Fervert was saying, we will also have School Violence Prevention Week that we do activities for. Sometimes we do hot cocoa for chill out days. I like doing Mindful Mondays those weeks. And then we will have Red Ribbon Week at the end of October. So October is going to be very, very busy with a lot of these things, but I think it's just such a great way to start off the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharrow and Mr. Hay. Thank you very much for those updates. We're really excited to see what happens this year and, to bring more to the middle school as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone have any questions for the middle school? Anyone either at home or in the room?
I have a question. What time is coffee with the principal, Mr. Haid?
We'll start that at 9:30 on the 12th. The month of October is going to be the 12th. Typically, as we move forward throughout the course of the year, we'll be doing Thursdays. We just had to make a switch for this first one because I'm going to be out of the building on the 13th for a conference.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, thank you. Okay, so those are the updates. Now we are open for discussion, and I always like to ask CPAG to give us a quick update because they're a separate organization, but we'd like to work together. And
Marianne, gonna talk?
Marianne, are you?
Okay,
Yep.
I'm on
You're
mute.
gonna-
Hold on. Okay.
Go ahead, Marianne.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for the CPAG shout out. As always, thank you for your partnership and giving us the opportunity to kind of talk a little bit at these meetings. Very much thank you for that line item in the budget for our Friendship Day. I saw that, caught that, was acknowledged. Thank you. So for background, CPEG is the Special Education Parent Advisory Group. We support any special education students from Vanderveer Middle School all the way up through high school. So what we do is we have support group meetings once a month, the first Wednesday of every month at 7 o'clock, where we welcome any parents of students receiving special services to kind of come out and meet other parents. And, it's a safe space to kind of talk about positives, negatives, or anything else in between. And then what we do is we meet with the school district every quarter to kind of relay the feedback that we've received. With the goal of hoping for, better improvements or ways to help our children out. In addition to that, we also do workshops quarterly. We actually just had one last night that was really, really successful on mental health. Dr. McDonald from Special Services kind of led the workshop and talked about, what to look for and, the rising rate of suicide and what parents can do to kind of be in the loop and in tune with things like that that are going on with the kids. So we have more workshops like that upcoming. We're looking to do one on autism and, you know, maybe how students can be aware of autism and other kids and how they can be a little bit more welcoming and things like that. So there's other topics too. We're happy to hear from other parents to see what other workshops we can do. And then we also do events, right? So we mentioned the sensory friendly half hour for trunk or treat, which again is a great partnership with PTO. We're looking to do a friendship day similar to what we did in June, probably the same day as trunk or treat. It's not set in stone, but we're thinking of doing something for special needs families, maybe an hour or two before trunk or treat in the preschool playground area. So we'll keep you guys in the loop. I'd love to be in touch with PTO on how that starts to shape up. And then we also we'll try to do other events throughout the year. So we'll be, again, in touch with PTO on what those events are and how we can help bring those things back to life. One thing I also just wanted to mention was the stencils. So I know some special education preschool teachers are very excited about that and could probably even weigh in, and maybe therapists too, you know, on what could be helpful. Also, you know, if a therapist wanted to do OT outside or something like that, for example, that would be helpful. So that's something we might want to just kind of put on their radar too for their input.
I will add that Ms. Kelly, who is the physical therapist here, actually was also going to go buy the stencils for the school, and I was like, I got it.
Nice.
She was like, okay. So yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's the scoop. If anybody wants to get involved or reach out to us, we are at somervillenjcpag at gmail.com. I think that's it. Megan is on too. She's the co-president of CPAG as well. Meg, did I cover it all?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody.
The information is in the chat.
Excellent.
Thanks, Marianne.
Thank you. Anyone have questions for Marianne or Megan regarding CPAG? Okay. Great. So now we're open for discussion for anyone in the room or anyone at home. If you have questions or comments or suggestions or anything, or just want to introduce yourself, you know, we're open. Anyone has anything? You can also
You can also talk to us separately.
Yeah. So we're just excited for a good year. We somehow kept it right within the 1 hour that we promised it would be, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, we want members to keep coming back next meeting, so we didn't want to go too long. So thank you everyone for coming to the meeting tonight, and you know we look forward to your volunteerism through the year, and you know to bringing more to the kids throughout the year. This should be a good year. Last year was a challenging year, so we're looking forward to having a smooth running year. And thank you all for coming.
Sign up on the website.
Sign up on the website for committees.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
I can't see. My eyesight, I guess.